Welcome to Synagogues of England, Part 3. In this episode, we're going to check out the Jewish presence in several cities. The first one is Bristol, England, with a population of more than 535,000, and it's alongside the River Avon. And we're looking at the Bristol and West Progressive Jewish Congregation. We'll see the Jewish insignia coming up very shortly. The congregation indicates that it has about 140 member units. Its rabbi is Monique Meyer, who grew up in San Francisco in the United States. Shabbat services are held both Friday evenings and Saturday mornings. The synagogue practice resembles the American Reform. The congregation was started in the early 1960s and acquired this building in 1975. Our next stop, also in Bristol, is the Park Row Synagogue. The Bristol Jewish community goes back to the 1700s. The building shown here was erected in 1871. The Hebrew verse shown here reads, Lechu v'nelcha be'or Hashem, go, and we will go with you in the light of God. The practice of the services would be similar to the American Open Orthodoxy. Services are held on Saturday morning for Shabbat. Most often the services are led by the local Chabad rabbi, Mendy Singer. Here are two interior shots of the main sanctuary area. There's a town called Bury, B-U-R-Y, which is in the greater Manchester area and has a population of about 78,000. The Hebrew words on the synagogue building shown here read Shar HaShamayim, or Gate of Heaven. It's also known as the Bury Hebrew Congregation. It claims to be a mix of both traditional and Orthodox practice. There is both a Friday evening and Saturday morning service for Shabbat. There is also a Sunday minyan in the evening that possibly will include mincha and marv, and sometimes just only marv, depending on the time of the year. I hope one day in the future to restore services every day of the week, but for the present, the numbers are just not there. Its spiritual leader is a Rabbi Singer, and has held this post since 1985. And here is a look at its main sanctuary area. We move over to the well-known college town of Cambridge with a population of about 125,000 and the total in the metro area of about 280,000. We're looking at congregation Beit Shalom in Hebrew as it shows, or in English Beth Shalom. It's a Reformed synagogue. This congregation was established in 1981, and the building shown here was procured in 2015. Shabbat services are held on Saturday mornings every week of the year and on some Friday evenings as well. The other synagogue in Cambridge is located in that little gangway and is called the Cambridge Traditional Jewish Congregation. When college is in session during the year, the students run the services. Otherwise, this congregation uses the facilities under its direction. We believe that Friday evening Shabbat services are only held during the school year and on other special occasions. Our next stop takes us to the town of Cheltenham, which is in the Gloucestershire section of England. It has a population of about 110,000 people. The building to the left of the Cheltenham Synagogue is an old fire station. It claims it runs a traditional service. Shabbat services are held every week on Friday evenings and on some Saturday mornings. Some of the services are held off campus. This building goes back to the mid-1800s. It was closed in 1903 due to a significant reduction in participation, but was able to reopen in 1939, and this was due to many evacuees from the Nazi onslaught resettling in the area. Here's a look at one of its stained glass windows. The camera has moved to Colchester, which is in Essex County and has about 105,000 residents. At the end of a private, about 1 block long alleyway is this congregation. It's home to the Colchester and District Jewish community. The synagogue was completed in 1969. Shabbat services are held every Friday evenings and occasionally on Saturday mornings for special occasions. Services are lay-led. Our final stop takes us to Coventry. We think this is where services are held for a Reformed congregation. We have no other information on the frequency of services or who conducts them. We've concluded this tour, but there are still many more synagogues in the country of England to check out. So bye for now and see you soon.